Hey y'all, I'm back with a refrigerated pickle video. I've always liked pickles. Um, Seems like these days there's more and more pickles being out there, and more people liking pickles, and more uh, pickle things, pickle chips, pickle dips, pickle, all this type of stuff. So I like refrigerated pickles better than store shelf pickles that you can make cold. Um, it's a little bit different process making refrigerated, and I like the flavor better. So I bought some of the ones that people often talk about, bring up, whatever. And then I bought some others. I bought all of the refrigerated pickles in our area, which consist of one that people mention all the time, Grillo's classic pickle spears. This one I don't see mentioned as much, but I think it's because people don't see it as much. I almost didn't find them. Boar's Head kosher deals. Clausen, another big name. I think this one has a lot of likers, and it has a lot of people that knock them. But I think the reason they knock them is because they're the biggest name and have been out there the longest. So people say some of the other ones instead. Here's another one that's kind of new out there that I know of. It's called the Chill Deal. And now I got two of them. They make about 6 or 7 different ones with different, heat or extreme garlic or whatever. This one is the totally original. So I got it. And then they got the kosher. And I generally go kosher, but I wanted to do their totally original too, just to throw it in there to see the difference. This is Aldi, the Aldi brand. In fact, it doesn't even really have a brand on it. It just says kosher deal spears, and you got the twice as nice guarantee. So you'll know this one is the Aldi one. One that I had not really seen before, Dietz and Watson. And then as a bonus, and this is refrigerated, these are Bubbies. And now these are fermented. So they're actually made differently. They're made with no preservatives, no added sugar, and they're fermented. And these are actually supposed to be very good for you health-wise, like probiotic or whatever, not type of stuff. I think it is. These are okay that way, but these, because of the fermentation, are supposed to be really well. But I'm going to give you a try today. I'm going to taste them, and I'm going to, 1 or 2 of them, they didn't have spears at the time, so I'm going to cut it into a spear, and we're going to show you how, crisp they are and all that type of stuff too. We're going to start with the ones that I see mentioned the most, and that's Grillo's. It does have, I don't know if you can see, but it has, looks like dill, like, let's see, cucumber brine, garlic, dill, and grape leaves. So garlic, dill, and grape leaves. And you can see the fresh dill and stuff in there. All right. Let's see. According to this, Grillo started selling pickles in Boston in 2008. Gonna get one of the spears out. And I'm not going to eat these whole pickles, each one at a time. I'm going to start out, you can see kind of the color on that one, a little bit darker than off-white. And for you to the crispness, I'm going to take the pickle and fold it backwards until it pops. If it pops. Pop right there. So, seems like it's going to be kind of crispy. For me, you don't really get the flavor of the garlic and the dill. It's mild. It almost seems like you get a little bit more garlic than dill. It mostly tastes of cucumber water than it does a real good pickle. For now, it's in first place. All right, let's try a boar's head. Kosher dill pickle spear, hand packed. Says distributed in New York, but it doesn't say where it's made at. Which can be a very different place. Trust me, like you go to Aldi and you'll see pickles on the shelf and it'll say German style, inspired by German because it's a German store, and then you flip it around back and it'll show you that they were made in India. So now the boar's head has, I don't know if you can see it in there, boar's head has cucumber water, vinegar, carrots, salt, fresh dill, garlic and spices, turmeric for color, natural flavors, which don't really mean crap. All right. A lot bigger pickle. Smells better. That smells hitting me. There's the color. Let's give it a crispness test. Doesn't pop. So, you saw where the other one popped. So this one doesn't pop. And I don't know if y'all can hear them, but we got some brand new chicks that just hatched in the incubator. I can hear them. I don't know if y'all can. And I don't want to eat a whole bunch of pickles. That's why I'm showing you where it breaks and then cutting off a couple of small pieces. Boar's head. I can taste the garlic better and I can taste the dill better. A little bit stronger. going to move Boar's Head to number 1. Let's hit the next one. And now these were halves, but I have went ahead and cut some into spears. There's what it looks like. Let's give it a bend. Good snap. So far, this is the best snap. This is the Clausen. Oh, Clausen. You can see some of the stuff down in there. Looks like garlic and all that. And it is fresh cucumber, water, salt, distilled vinegar, dried garlic, spice, mustard seed, dried red peppers, let's see what we're going to get from the Clausen. You can taste the garlic and the dill, but it's also like the mustard seed, maybe the dried red peppers. Clausen. Oh, by the way, I normally, if y'all watch any videos, I do thumbs up. For the most part, it's going to be tough for me to find some that aren't thumbs up. I love pickles. But I know how it is with other things, and there will be some. Clausen just took over first place for me. Boar's Head second. Grillo's third. For right now. Let's see. We're going to do the chill deal. Totally original. This one now, I will tell you, what I see online now about the chill deal is they talk about like this. Lunching out one day in Tampa, 3 lifelong friends discovered that pickles on their plates lacked flair. Those bland, limp garnishes sparked an intense conversation about how to reinvent the perfect pickle and to move it from one side of the plate to the center. Now it makes it beloved, and the pickles should pop within days. They were in the kitchen, but it talks about Tampa. And then you read down here and it says distributed by Troyers of Tampa, South Florida. But when you go online to look up the chill deal and their website and all that, it talks about Pennsylvania. Doesn't mention Tampa at all. So, my opinion, I think this story could be true. And the distributor is true. But I think they get the pickles from Pennsylvania. I think that's where they're made at. Does it tell you where they were actually made? It tells you who distributes them. And it tells their nice little Tampa story. I think they found a company in Pennsylvania making pickles, and yeah. And I'm going to show you this because I've actually ate some of these. The one thing I like that they do is when their pickles are shorter, which theirs are, the top layer, they put pickle chips on it. They fill the whole top layer with pickle chips. I do like that. This one, ingredient-wise, cucumber, water, vinegar, salt, sugar, garlic, turmeric. So let's see what their totally original is like. It smells okay. All right. Here's what it looks like. Let's give it a little pop test. It wasn't as bad as that other one that we did. What was it? I don't remember if it was boar's head or not, but it took to the very last second and it kind of whimpered through the little pop test. All right, the OG there's something in there that I don't, that's gonna be thumbs up, thumbs up, thumbs up. This one's gonna be a sideways. This one ain't, I don't know if it's the turmeric or the turmeric and sugar with their spices. But totally original for me is, especially for the price, this is a bust. I think the Clausens are around 4. Boar's Head was around 4. Grillos, I want to think they were around 6 around here. These were 8. 2 highest expensive ones aren't that great to me so far as these. So let's hit up the kosher deal. Same Tampa story on it. Tampa distributor, but like I said, go online and look up their website. All it talks about is Pennsylvania. These are cucumber water, vinegar, salt, pure cane sugar, garlic, spices, kosher dill pickle mix, and turmeric. So this one should have more flavor. Alright, here's what theirs looks like. Let's give it a pop. Pretty good pop. This one's got a pop almost as good as Clausen. And now this is the kosher. Got a better flavor. I actually like that one better than Grillo. There we go so far, first 5. Oh, and what we're, now that we're kind of a little bit past the halfway point, tell you what these pickles are fighting for. They're fighting for the honor of this. Y'all guys know what this is? This is the one that I grew up with. Completely. My mom has had this in her refrigerator since the late 70s, early 80s. She likes pickles. She's in her 80s now and she can't really eat pickles. So It's became mine. Some of y'all know what it is, some of you don't. It's Tupperware. You put your pickles in here, and then you can pull the pickles out and get the one you want instead of sticking your hand down in a jar. Got a little thing like that. Got little indentions so that it slides up and down. And that's what they're fighting for. This is the trophy. Who gets to go in the pickle container? All right, where are we at now? We are doing Aldi. And Aldi goes through, I've had these pickles before. I ate them for a little while, and then I quit because they got bad. Aldi's goes through up and down spells, and I think I know what happens with it, but I'll leave that to y'all. Kosher deals. Cucumbers, water, salt, vinegar, natural flavors, spices, garlic, turmeric, and preservatives and stuff. You can see some little garlic down here. I don't know if I picked this up, but you can see the little garlic and stuff in that chill deal. And you can see, oddly, the one with the better flavor, you don't hardly see anything in here. Whereas this one is packed. Okay, let's give Aldi's kosher spears their chance. Oop, no, that one wouldn't be fair for us to use. We will use this one. And I don't know if I showed you, but you can see garlic and all that in the bottom of this one. Okay, let's give it a crispness test. You ready? Broke to the side. It broke to the... It was kind of crisp. I don't think it was as crisp as that or that. So, but one thing I have noticed with the Aldi one is sometimes when you go to the store and you pick them up, when you get them to the house, they're slimy. They're soft and slimy, and that is not good for a pickle. I wasn't expecting them to taste like this. This batch is pretty good. Like I said, the only thing, now I'm judging just this pickle. Because my problem with Aldi is inconsistency. This batch of Aldi, believe it or not, above Grillo. But like I said, my thing is these are supposed to be cold at all times. And I think with stick your head in, he doesn't do pickles. He can handle pickle flavor if you put pickles on something and it gets the pickle and then you take the pickles off, but he doesn't like pickles. So this is me. All right. So, but anyway, I think what happens with this is somewhere along the process, sometimes they get warm. they put them in a truck that's not refrigerated, or they get delivered to the store and they're put in an area where it's not cold. They warm up and then they put them in the thing. That's what I think happens. Don't know that. I don't work at Aldi. I hadn't seen it happen. But I think that's what happens. I think they don't get, I think sometimes, depending on the store, depending on the location, depending on the time, it just doesn't. That's where I think there's an inconsistency problem in Aldi's. But this particular one was actually pretty good. So next up, the one that I didn't know of until, I don't even remember what store I walked in down here and found it. Publix or Winn-Dixie, I think, is where I found it at. Dietz Watson. And these actually are from, I think, Pennsylvania. Now on the side it says distributed from Pennsylvania, but I think when I researched them a little bit, when I first found them, I think everything showed pretty much Pennsylvania. Now these are fresh cucumber, water, vinegar, salt, garlic, spices, natural flavors, and they use EDTA as a color retainer. Use turmeric for color and EDTA, whatever the heck that is. But anyway, kosher spears from Dietz Watson. There's the Dietz Watson. And now I don't know if I showed y'all these. I can't remember. But if I didn't, sorry about that. I don't remember which one it is, but I think one of them I didn't show. And I'm not going to try to figure it out. Let's give it a crispness. It popped. It didn't want to, but it did. So it ain't as crisp as this and this. Closer to this, probably. Because I think these were the two crisp ones, and that one was kind of crisp, and then this one was, I think that one was the limp one. Okay, let's give Dietz Watson a try. Uh-oh. We got a new leader. Dietz Watson. They have the best flavor so far. And it has the less, I mean, you can see garlic in the bottom of it. But it's got the least ingredients. There we go. Dietz Watson. Dietz, whatever. New first place. All right. Now we're going to go with Bubby's. Fermented. Oh, and these Dietz Watson was, I think, around 5 too. Like 5, 4 to 5. Aldi's is like $3.90 something. So right at 4. So far, and these are like 9. This is like 6 to 7, something like that. 7 possibly. And these are 9, 10. So far, the cheaper the prices, the better ones to go with. Bubby's, you have, I'm going to read these because these are fermenters if you've never had fermented. On the top, it shows a picture of the lady and it says, it's the cloudy brine that makes it Bubby's. Bubby's traditional cloudy brine contains no vinegar and is the result of natural fermentation process that creates Bubby's signature taste. Shake well before serving. Keep refrigerated. On the side it says non-GMO, gluten-free. I don't know that these have GMO or gluten. They just don't put it on their label saying they don't. Always refrigerate. Got a website and all this and tells you to the picture of the lady saying to enjoy them and all that. Kosher dill pickles. The ingredients are cucumber, water, salt, garlic, dill, spices, and calcium chloride. Some of these others have calcium too, but I didn't list that, you know, the preservative type stuff. And this says these are basically prepared for Bubby's, which is in Wisconsin, but it says they're prepared in Canada. So this is Canada's entrant. And I don't know if you noticed, but shaking it, it is extremely cloudy now, which is supposed to be their thing. You can see some of the dill in there and some, what seed is that? Possibly some dill. I don't really see any garlic in there. It says garlic, but I don't see garlic. All right. Well, let's see. There we go. Time for a Bubby's. If I can find one that's a little bit, I think this one is one. No, it's a half. It's kind of small, so let me go back to this one. I'm going to make a spear out of it. I'm not going to do a half. I'm going to do a spear. Okay, I'm actually going to put that one back in. All right, and it looks like they use young pickles. You don't even really see any seeds in this one, and it's a darker color. Not that big of a fan of the smell. Let's give it the break test. This one actually broke pretty quick. I mean, it's right up there with them. The only thing is I think it broke that quick because it is a very young pickle. there's not really any seeds in there. There's no middle in it. It's a stiff because it's so I'm not sure I would judge the crispness, not Christmas, on that, because like I said, there's really no seeds in there. So it doesn't say on the label that they use young pickles, but or small cucumbers, but they do. All right. No. I didn't think I would have one, but Bubby's is a damn. Woo. I know it's got something to do with that fermentation, but I really hope they wouldn't taste like that. That is bad. I'm gonna stick the other piece in my mouth just so I can get. I mean, it's. I know the taste, but I can't place it. It's not sweet, like leaning towards a bread and butter type pickle or a sweet pickle. It's a bitterness. Is it the calcium chloride? I don't know. Or it's in their spices. Or the fact that they don't use vinegar. I don't know. I do not taste garlic or dill. It says cucumber water, salt, garlic, dill, spices, calcium chloride. I do not taste garlic or dill. I taste bitterness. So I'm going to do an experiment with these. When I finish off Dietz Watson or Clausen or whatever, I'm going to transfer them into that, and hopefully I can save them, because I hate wasting pickles. But anyway, that one's going to stay at the end. So here we go. Dietz or Dietz Watson, thumbs up. Clausen, thumbs up. Boar's Head Kosher, thumbs up. Which one is this? The Chill Deal Kosher, thumbs up. Aldi, thumbs up. Grillo, just barely. It's almost a thumbs up, but it's just barely off. It's just because it doesn't have a pickle taste. It has a cucumber taste, and I know cucumbers are. Well, I know cucumbers are what pickles are, but for the reason I like refrigerated pickles, this is not it. It is weak. In my opinion, a lot of the store shelf pickles are even stronger than these. You know, your Mount Olives, your used to be Heinz, Best Made, all that. The vinegar, the stuff that they're made out of are real strong. And not in the same way. But these are weak. I mean, you could probably just put some water in a jar and sprinkle a little bit of salt and all that. You don't even have to have a recipe, and you can make that. Because I mean, a lot of these have the flavors developed more. This doesn't have a developed flavor, so that's why it's there. And this one, the Chill Deal, totally original. That one's just, there was something about that. Bubby's, no. No, don't try Bubby's. Don't try Bubby's. That is, let me clarify. If you like Grillos, I mean, even if you like Grillos or Chill Dill, Boar's Head, Clausen, you like any of them, do not try these. Because a lot of people that like these don't like bread and butter because of the direction they go in. You're not going to like these either. That's just, no. Mm-mm. I'll never buy these again. And these were the most expensive pickles out of them all. In a glass jar. Most of all these are plastic, except Clausen. Clausen does glass. So anyway, there's your pickles. Here's my rank. Dietz Watson first, Clausen second, Boar's Head Kosher third, Chill Dill, the Chill Dill Kosher fourth, Aldi's fifth. Now I will give this little caveat too. Grillos is more consistent with their texture. I've had them before than this is. So this could switch. But for now, today, Aldi better, especially for the price. Grillos. Now they've got, there is other flavors too. You know, like Grillo has hot. I think Aldi has hot. The Chill Dill has like 7 or 8 different ones of different little flavors of pickles and stuff like that. I think Boar's Head has a different flavor. I think Clausen has hot, but you don't always find them. Dietz Watson, I've never seen them before, so that's the only one I know of. Bubby's, I don't know. So some of these you may like, some, and like say Chill Dill and all that, they do like pickled carrots and other stuff too. So there may be some of them that you may want to give a try too. I don't know if any of these others do that, but I know the Chill Dill does. They do. I think Boar's Head does a couple of different little vegetables that they pickle. But anyway, this is my ranking: first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth. So I tried 8, and looks like Dietz Watson is the winner, is the Tupperware winner. So I'm going to put them in the Tupperware, and hope y'all enjoyed the video. It's been a while since I made a full-length video doing stuff like this. The son doesn't talk as much on camera as he used to, so I've been doing them by myself when I do them. It was always a fun project to do with him, and right now he's just not doing it, so I'm not doing it as much. But I will keep trying to put some out there. I've got a couple of little things I've got plans on. But anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, subscribe, turn on whatever wherever we post this at. Do what you do to keep seeing our content. We're doing a little bit less, but we will keep doing it. Thanks for watching.